Hey everyone, I'm Eddie, and today we're going to start things a little different. One of my favorite authors is Kurt Vonnegut, and he once wrote that his chief complaint in life is that when alive, it's all too easy to make perfectly horrible mistakes. Behold the vent plug. One of these tiny little parts in windsurfing in which it's all too easy to forget about, and doing so carries serious consequences. Today we're going to talk about what it is and how to use it, and how using it properly can preserve the life of your board in big ways. And we're also going to show you a trick so you don't ever forget about it. First and foremost, what is this thing? It is a valve. It's a plug. It can both seal the board and allow it to breathe. When you're hitting the water, anytime you're getting in the water, you want to seal it. Although there are some quick little caveats to that. The first is you want to make sure that this little rubber ring is on your vent plug, and you want to make sure it's not damaged. The other thing you want to be careful about is when screwing this in, it is not a screw that you torque. You just screw it until snug, and then you're done. Okay? Again, when you're hitting the water, you want to keep your vent plug in, obviously. When you're out of the water, if you talk to most board repair people out there, they will tell you that no matter when you're out of the water, take your vent screw out of your board, with one important exception. And that is if your board is wet and you're stowing it in a board bag, do not remove your vent plug. The reason for that is that while your board is drying in your board bag, the water that's wicking off the board will actually sneak into the board. And that water in the board can cause damage to the foam and the integrity of it. So we've talked about when you want to have this thing in. The other times that you want to have it out are as if you're going up in elevation a lot, like traveling in a plane, going up over Mount Hood. Also, if you're leaving the board out in the sun and it's going to heat up. And again, this is why most board repair people say, just take it out. Provided you're not stowing it wet in a bag, take the vent plug out, which presents a real problem when you go to hit the water, and that is, can you remember to put it back in? And behold, here comes our trick. You're going to take the vent plug, the fat end, and if you've got these Chinook base plates here, you're going to stick the fat end in the hole, close the gate, and believe it or not, this will not come out of the gate anymore, or out of the plate, excuse me. When you go to attach your sail, well, you can't attach your sail when there's a vent plug in your hole here, so you're going to pull it out, put it in your board, and never forget about it. My name's Eddie. Thanks for joining me here from Big Winds. Hope to see you on the water very soon.